And good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Woodbine Mohawk Park on this Friday here in Campbellville. Once again, some qualifying races here this morning on a good looking morning. A little chilly to start the day, but hopefully we'll warm up. Track condition fast. Starting gate, you see it right there coming out onto the track. So too the horses, and they'll be heading to the gate for our first of 9 in just a moment. Horses lining up for today's first qualifier. 3-year-old Pacers here in the opener. Going to take out the number 6 inside out. 1 is Twin B Easy Bet, Louis Waugh. 2, Being There, Doing That, Tyler Borth. 3, Living a Sweet Life, James McDonald. 4, DA Stella, Mark McDonald. 5, Almara, Tyler Jones. Then we go out to the 7, Hall of Fear, Daryl Thiessen. And on the outside, number 8 is Barbaro with Bob McClure. 3-year-old Pacers qualifier number 1 on this Friday, May 8th from Woodbine Mohawk Park. Here they come. And they're off and pacing. Away well from the inside is Being There, Doing That. Pushes forward on the rail starter Twin B Easy Bet. Everyone else looking like they just want to line up, living a sweet life into third. Behind that one, Almara. Then going back to Hall of Fear. Barbaro will have 1 beaten as DA Stella will be the trailer driving into the first turn. Being There, Doing That, a 3-year-old daughter of Courtly Choice, up top by a length and a half. The first timer, Twin B Easy Bet, daughter of Better's Delight, tracks right along. The opening panel was 30-2. So not a whole lot going on in that opening quarter, and they move into the backstretch. Second qualifier of the career here for Being There, Doing That. Leads it up the backside. Twin B Easy Bet in second. Living a Sweet Life is there in third. Racing fourth is Almara. Some struggles in that second quarter for Hall of Fear, who went to the outside, will drop back a spot. Barbaro stays along the rail, and then our trailer continues to be DA Stella, who's another 15 lengths back. Half mile time was a minute even. Being There, Doing That. Onto the far turn, the leader. It's a 2-length advantage on Twin B Easy Bet. Straightening things out now, here comes Hall of Fear, or at least trying to, as Hall of Fear is making that move on the far bend here and moves up into second. Tracking right along, Living a Sweet Life. Then it's about 7 lengths going back to Almara. Moving on that one is Barbaro, and DA Stella is the trailer. To 3/4 they go, and not getting straightened out there was Hall of Fear, as that one is 3 wide coming out of the bend. 128-4 for Being There, Doing That. Being There, Doing That leads it. Splitting on through was Living a Sweet Life, and still hanging in there is Hall of Fear back in fourth. Continues to be Twin B Easy Bet. Being There, Doing That leads it from Living a Sweet Life a length and a half away. And on the outside, Hall of Fear. Being There, Doing That. A little encouragement into deep stretch to close it out. Going to win this one by a couple of lengths. Photo there for second. Hall of Fear battling through and appeared to get second from Living a Sweet Life. Mile time 1:57. Horses lining up for the second qualifier. There are no scratches here. A field of 8 on the trot, 3-year-olds. 1 Love Wins with Daryl Thiessen. 2 Walner's Grove, Doug McNair. 3 Stormont Fried Boy, Trevor Henry. 4 Blaze Runner, Mark McDonald. 5 Massassin's Green Man, Andre Goish. 6 Aaronwood Peace Out, Bob McClure. 7 is Money Talk with Tyler Jones. And number 8 PL Talladega, Matt Bax. A field of 8 to the top of the stretch. Trotters, qualifier number 2. They're off and trotting. PL Talladega is firing from the far outside. Money Talk will also get into the mix. Walner Grove to the inside. Down the center of the track, Aaronwood Peace Out into that upper half. Love Wins at the rail, got away in 5th, followed by Stormont Fried Boy. To that one's outside is Blaze Runner, and the trailer's Massassin's Green Man. Into the first turn, the leader is the Muscle Mass Gelding, PL Talladega, up top here by 2. Money Talk in second. Walner's Grove is there in third. Opening quarter time was 27-3, and as we move into the backstretch, your leader here is PL Talladega. Almost a 2-length lead on Money Talk. Meanwhile, third is Walner's Grove. Next in line, fourth, Aaronwood Peace Out, followed in line 5th by Love Wins. And we are going back to Stormont Fried Boy. Second from the back is Blaze Runner, and your trailer in that single file order is Massassin's Green Man. Field of 8 coming up to the midway point. PL Talladega fronts them here. Already a winner this season and is by the half in 1 minute and 2/5. So we will get a check on that opening quarter time following this qualifier. PL Talladega does lead it. Money Talk in second. Walner's Grove is third. It's a couple more lengths back to Aaronwood Peace Out in 4th. Love Win stays inside. First one to move off the rail is Stormont Fried Boy, who's picking up a position. Then back to Blaze Runner and Massassin's Green Man. Opening up an advantage of nearly 3 lengths is PL Talladega, and PL Talladega comes to 3/4 in a clocking of 129-4. Off the turn into the stretch, PL Talladega is trying to go coast to coast. Money Talk looking to hold on to second. The Walner filly, Walner's Grove, showing clear racetrack now as she'll try and move up a position. Then back to Stormont Fried Boy, who made the move up into 4th. Love Wins is at the inside, trying to get back into that 4th position, but up front it's still PL Talladega. Walner's Grove into 2nd. Money Talk is 3rd, and it will be PL Talladega. From Walner's Grove, a length and a half away 2nd. Money Talk was 3rd, and 4th was Love Wins. Mile time 1:58-1. The opening quarter time back in qualifier number 2 was 29-3. 29-3 was the opening quarter. The rest of the fractions were correct. So it was 29-3, a minute and 2/5, 129-4, 158-1. Starter calls the horses in for the third qualifier. It's a field of 6 on the pace. 5 of them 3-year-olds. The inside starter, a 4-year-old. Let's meet the field. 1 is Apache Creek with J.R. Plant. Number 2 is Barracuda Hanover, Tyler Borth. 3 is Jasper Hill, Doug McNair. 4, Lions First Bulldog, Scott Coulter. 5, Major Mickey, Trevor Henry. And on the outside, number 6, Sweet Lovin' Lou, James McDonald. Starting gate moves into the stretch. A field of 6 for qualifier number 3. Here they come. And they're off in pacing. Major Mickey gets the first call. Next door neighbor, Sweet Lovin' Lou, taking his time on the outside, while Jasper Hill is away second. Getting away fourth, that's where you'll find Barracuda Hanover as Lions First Bulldog lines up behind that one. And the rail starter, Apache Creek, will be the trailer in the field of 6 as we head into the first turn. It's Major Mickey, a 3-year-old son of Always Be Mickey, leading it. Jasper Hill rides in second, while Sweet Lovin' Lou got the seat in third. The opening quarter was 29 seconds flat. Field of 6 comes out of that first bend, and it's a 2-length advantage up front here for Major Mickey, and here comes Sweet Lovin' Lou out from third, and he'll make a rush to the lead. Here comes Sweet Lovin' Lou, the Sweet Lou Colt coming up top now. Second qualifier in his 3-year-old season, and he lands up front here ahead of the midway point. Major Mickey in second, Jasper Hill right there third, then back to Barracuda Hanover in fourth. Next is Lions First Bulldog. The trailer is Apache Creek. 57 seconds was the half. Heading into the far bend, and Sweet Lovin' Lou Lou, who made over $249,000 in his rookie season, had an impressive debut qualifier where he kicked home in 25-4 back on April 27th. Here today, though, he's up front, coming to three quarters, leads it by almost two. Major Mickey in second. Jasper Hills right on that one's back in third. Next up is Barracuda Hanover, Lions First Bulldog in Apache Creek, 125-4 for three quarters. Sweet Lovin' Lou comes off the turn and into the stretch. On the outside is Major Mickey trying to re-rally. Then it's Jasper Hill third, Barracuda Hanover back to Lions First Bulldog and Apache Creek. But Sweet Lovin' Lou has a couple of lengths here on Major Mickey, who continues to try and chase that one down. Sweet Lovin' Lou just cruising is going to win it. Major Mickey finishes in second, then third was Barracuda Hanover, and fourth was Jasper Hill. 153 flat for Sweet Lovin' Lou. Next up, qualifier 4. Trotters are moving up and taking their positions. Field of 7. Number 1, Bell Boo Boo. Next up, 2, Making a Run for It. 3, Bingo Night. 4, Storybook Love. 5, Shampoo Girl. 6, The Green Gazoo. And 7 is Cadillac. Trotters move into the stretch. Gate picks up speed. Here we go. Qualifier number 4. And the Rough-Fan Trotting and Storybook Love is off to a good beginning as she will step out to the lead. Cadillac on the outside is crossing over into second, while the Green Gazoo had some early speed to get away third. Off stride goes Shampoo Girl. Moving past that one will be Making a Run for It, then going back to Bell Boo Boo, followed by Bingo Night, and looking to reset is Shampoo Girl. But up front here, it's Storybook Love, and the Breeders' Crown champion in her season debut qualifier comes to the opening quarter in 29-2. So Storybook Love and Todd Ratchford move into the backstretch, a 2-length advantage on Bell Boo Boo. Then racing in third, that is going to be the Green Gazoo, followed by Making a Run for It, back to Bell Boo Boo there in fifth. 2 more lengths to Bingo Night, and Shampoo Girl reset after the early miscue and looks to catch up to the main pack. The leader here is Storybook Love, the daughter of Chapter 7 by a length and a half. That's the 7-year-old Cadillac who does race in second, so Cadillac in the 2-hole. Then the Green Gazoo is there in third. Making a Run for It is fourth. 2 lengths back to Bell Boo Boo. 1:01.3 was the half-mile time. So Storybook Love to back things down in the second quarter takes us into the far bend. Second continuing to be Cadillac. Then in third is the Green Gazoo. Fourth is Making a Run for It. Couple lengths back to Bell Boo Boo. Following right along in her season debut qualifier is the OSS Super Final champion Bingo Night. She's in front of Shampoo Girl. Storybook Love ramped it up here on the far bend. Opens up a 3.5 length lead on Cadillac. Coming off the rails to Green Gazoo from third. 1:31.2. That was 29-4 in the third panel. Storybook Love into the stretch. So she's got the jump on them as the Green Gazoo tries to battle into second from Cadillac, who tries to hang right in there. Then we are going back to Making a Run for It. On the outside, Bell Boo Boo, Bingo Night, and last one is Shampoo Girl, but it is Storybook Love. She's going to be a gate-to-wire winner in her 3-year-old debut qualifier. Storybook Love takes it. Battling back for second was Cadillac over the Green Gazoo in third. Finishing in fourth was Bell Boo Boo with Bingo Night beside that one. 1:59-1, 27-4 home for Storybook Love. Starting gate is rolling for the fifth qualifier. Pacers here. Inside out, reinvest, rising shadow, kissed by a stranger, cattle kiss, cackleberry, all-star twinkle, and exactly correct. Starting gate picking up speed. Here they come for qualifier number 5. And they're off and pacing. Kissed by a stranger, wasting little time heading out to the lead. Cattle Kiss is going to get away in second. From the center is All-Star Twinkle into third. At the rail is Reinvest, but moving up on the outside of that one, it's going to be exactly correct. Then we go back to Cackleberry, and the last one is Rising Shadow. But loose out on the lead here. And as I mentioned, wasting little time striking the front was Kissed by a Stranger, and it's Kissed by a Stranger up top by 4 coming to the opening quarter. That opening quarter time was 29 seconds flat. Kissed by a Stranger and Travis Henry front them. Second is Cattle Kiss, then third is All-Star Twinkle, and then 2 lengths back to exactly correct, who is in line fourth. Next one, fifth, is going to be Cackleberry, who's in front of the rail starter Reinvest, and the trailer at the back of the pack as they move up the backside is Rising Shadow, so nothing changing here through that second quarter. And it is the Tall Dark Stranger filly, Kissed by a Stranger, and she is the leader here. It continues to be that loose lead, trying to close the gap in second. Tightening up is Cattle Kiss for Gagnon. The half was hit in 58-3. Second quarter paced in 29-3 as the Pacers now hit the far turn. Kissed by a Stranger by 2. Cattle Kiss gets a little bit closer, tightens up here now with 5/8 of the mile in the book, so a little encouragement up front here for Kissed by a Stranger to pick it up. So right behind is Cattle Kiss. Then third is All-Star Twinkle. Fourth, you're going to find exactly correct. 2 more lengths to Cackleberry, followed by Reinvest, and another couple lengths back to Rising Shadow. Starting to edge out from second, that is Cattle Kiss, 128 for 3 quarters. So Kissed by a Stranger took us this far. Cattle Kiss now trying to engage, still a length away. Kissed by a Stranger responds at the rail. Cattle Kiss in second. All-Star Twinkle is third. Exactly correct sticks behind that one in fourth, followed by Cackleberry fifth. Kissed by a Stranger still by a length. Being pushed is Cattle Kiss trying to get a little closer, but it's going to end up 2 lengths away. Kissed by a Stranger goes all the way. Finishing in second was Cattle Kiss, then third was All-Star Twinkle, and fourth through the wire exactly correct. 154-3. It was a 26-3 final quarter. Next up is qualifier number 6. We have older trotters here, a field of 7. Driver change on 3, wasting no time to Guy Gagnon. 1 is Happy Angel, Todd Ratchford. 2, Griff, Trevor Henry. 3, wasting no time, Guy Gagnon. 4, Go Ahead, Make My Day, Doug McNair. 5, You Got It, Kemp, James McDonald. 6, What About Elmo, Paul Reed. And on the outside, number 7 is Amigo Volo with Anthony Hahn. A field of 7 for the 6th qualifier. Here they come. Off stride was number 3, wasting no time at the beginning. The others are off and trotting. Sprinting ahead, Go Ahead, Make My Day charges out to the early lead. What About Elmo came off the wings nicely into second. Griff is going to get away in third. Crossing over is Amigo Volo, who's going to land in front of You Got It, Kemp. Then back to Happy Angel, and the breaker at the start, still off stride, is wasting no time. Your leader here is Go Ahead, Make My Day, up top by 4 lengths, coming to the opening quarter. Charged up here in that opening split, 27-4. Go Ahead, Make My Day as the 4-year-old moves into the backstretch. Second is What About Elmo? A bit of a gap back to Griffin third. Another few lengths going back to Amigo Volo, who is in front of You Got It, Kemp. And then the trailers, that's going to be Happy Angel and Wasting No Time. So still all alone on the lead is Go Ahead, Make My Day, the son of Wallner. Coming up to the midway point, nearing 300,000 in career earnings. Go Ahead, Make My Day, McNair by the half in 56 seconds even. So pretty good opening half-mile put up here by Go Ahead, Make My Day. In pursuit is What About Elmo? The others doing their own thing, as it's about 12 lengths going back to Griff, who is third, followed by the classy veteran Amigo Volo. You Got It, Kemp in behind, and then our last ones continue to be Happy Angel and Wasting No Time. Coming to 3/4, Go Ahead, Make My Day. Leads it by a little more than a length and a half. What About Elmo's right there? 124-4 for 3/4. It was a 28-4 third panel. They're into the stretch. Go Ahead and Make My Day. What About Elmo hanging in there and now trying to get on by. So What About Elmo for Paul Reed takes the lead from Go Ahead Make My Day. Back to Griffin third. Amigo Volo and You Got It, Kemp. They're all looking to kick home strong. But What About Elmo now takes the lead in deep stretch, and What About Elmo's going to win it. Here comes You Got It, Kemp with a good final quarter up into second. Go Ahead Make My Day third. Also finishing strong was Amigo Volo. Mile time 1:54.4. Horses lining up now for the 7th qualifier, 3 and 4-year-old pacers. No changes. 1 Seaboard with Doug McNair, 2 Edwin Hanover, Dave Kelly. 3 Beach Keepers, Louis Waugh. 4 is Chucky Bovino, Mark McDonald. 5 Blue 10 Squared, Bob McClure. 6 Solar Voltage, James McDonald. 7 Fishin' in the Shadows, Daryl Thiessen. Outside number 8, Your Attention Please, Trevor Henry. A field of 8 lined up, set to go for qualifier number 7. And they're off and pacing. Blue 10 Squared gets away with the early advantage. So first call to Blue 10 Squared. Beach Keepers also with some early speed gets away second. Solar Voltage will work up into third. Back to Edwin Hanover in fourth. Next up is Chucky Bovino, followed by Fishin' in the Shadows. And Your Attention Please takes to the back. As we head to the opening quarter, it's Blue 10 Squared to lead it. A 3-year-old son of Century Farrell by a length and a half on Beach Keepers. Opening quarter time was 29-3. Blue 10 Squared the leader for McClure. Tracking right on the helmet second is Beach Keepers. Up close is Solar Voltage, just 4 lengths off the lead in third. 2 more lengths racing back to Edwin Hanover in fourth. Next up is Chucky Bovino. 2 more lengths then to Fishin' in the Shadows. And the last one at the back is Your Attention Please. We get a lead change here ahead of the half as Beach Keepers comes around for Waugh, so loops to the lead by the midway point in 58-2. New leader here is Beach Keepers. That puts your original leader, Blue 10 Squared, back into second, while Solar Voltage remains in third and gets up a little bit closer now. They all tighten up here now as Edwin Hanover's there fourth, followed by Chucky Bovino, then to Fishin' in the Shadows and Your Attention Please. So moving to the lead was Beach Keepers. This is a 3-year-old son of Sunshine Beach. Right behind is Blue 10 Squared, who might have something to say, as that one looks good there second. Right there third, Solar Voltage. Three-quarter time was 1:28-1, and as they swing into the lane, already back out and looking to come on by is Blue 10 Squared. So Blue 10 Squared regains the lead. Beach Keepers is second. Solar Voltage will try to follow the path of the leader. Meanwhile, behind that one is Edwin Hanover in fourth. Blue 10 Squared with the advantage. Solar Voltage is trying to finish well second. Beach Keepers will look to hold on to third from Edwin Hanover in fourth. It's Blue 10 Squared to win it. Mile time, 1:56 flat. A field of 8 lining up for the 8th qualifier. 3-year-old trotters, inside out, Twiddle Sticks, Feet of the Moon, One Bell, I Am, Sir George, Stormont Green Boy, Annabelle Do Hurrah, and Royal Captain. Starting gate into the stretch, a field of 8, qualifier 8, here they come. And they're off and trotting. It's going to be One Bell, who steps ahead to the early lead. Annabelle Do Hurrah is striding up well on the outside and will actually get out to the front. Meanwhile, it'll be I Am to get away third, followed in line fourth by Feet of the Moon. Then going back to Stormont Green Boy, the rail starter Twiddle Sticks. Outside of that, rival Sir George. And at the back is going to be Royal Captain. Field of 8 heads to the opening panel, and Annabelle Do Hurrah, a green Manalishi 3-year-old colt, leads by almost 4. Opening quarter time 30-1. Annabelle Do Hurrah and Louis Wah loose on the lead, while One Bell is in second. Racing in line third is I Am. Next up fourth is Feet of the Moon. Then we're going back to Stormont Green Boy. Looking to advance around that rival is Twiddle Sticks. Back to Sir George, and the trailer is Royal Captain. They're stretched out here through the second quarter, but up front, it's a lead of 1.5 lengths for Annabelle Do Hurrah, while One Bell, the Walner filly, is right there second. The half was hit in 59-3. They make their way onto the far turn. Continuing to show the way is Annabelle Do Hurrah. One Bell is 2 lengths away in second. Then back to I Am third, followed fourth by Feet of the Moon. Twiddle Sticks is there in fifth and starting to close in a little bit. Then going back to Stormont Green Boy, your final pair, Sir George and Royal Captain. So Annabelle Do Hurrah calls another shot. 3-quarter time, 128-3. So they went 29 seconds flat in the third quarter. And into the stretch, it's Annabelle Do Hurrah. 3-time winner at 2, leading by 1.5 lengths. One Bell in her season debut qualifier stays glued to the leader's helmet. Then in third, that continues to be I Am, who's now going to try and press up the inside. Annabelle Do Hurrah now tipping out. Here comes One Bell trying to get by. Annabelle Do Hurrah. One Bell trying to time it. Annabelle Do Hurrah by 0.5 length. One Bell was second, I Am was third, and then finishing in fourth was Twiddle Sticks in a mile time of 1:57 flat. And the horses begin to line up for our final qualifier today. This is the 9th qualifier. Wrapping things up here this morning. Don't forget live racing tonight. First race post time 6:30. We kick off another stretch of 4 consecutive nights of live racing, Friday through Monday. Inside out, we have Chasing Rainbows, Oh a Legend, One Last Wish, Talk Curdy to Me, Lions Frankie J, Geronimo Creek, Aragonite, and Military Secret. Starting gate picking up speed. Here they come for the 9th. The rough and pacing and off stride, or at least putting in some tough strides there, is Geronimo Creek, as that one now is off stride for Plant. Going out to the lead with Lions Frankie J, shooting from the outside, Military Secret. To the inside is One Last Wish. To that one's wheel is Talk Curdy to Me. Back to Chasing Rainbows, followed by Oh a Legend. Lining up was Aragonite, and then resetting is Geronimo Creek after the funky beginning. We'll look to catch on up. Trying to get to the lead is Military Secret, and will touchdown up front. Clears to command in a 30-1 opening quarter. So into the backstretch here, and the leader is Military Secret, but out from third and driving is One Last Wish. And here comes the classy mare, as she is going to sweep up to the lead. So it's One Last Wish to strike the front here for Mark McDonald. Takes the top away from Military Secret. Lions Frankie J relegated back to third. In line fourth is Talk Curdy to Me. Fifth, you will find Chasing Rainbows. Right behind that one is Oh a Legend. Then to Aragonite. And then we're probably about a dozen lengths back to the trailer, Geronimo Creek. The half was up in 59-2, and they're racing into the far turn. One Last Wish, move to the top, and the free-legged mare leads it by 4.5 lengths. Second is Military Secret, off the wood from third, Lions Frankie J. Set to follow is Talk Curdy to Me, as that one will try and get pulled up a bit closer for the final drive. Then we're back to Chasing Rainbows, 2 more lengths to Oh a Legend, Aragonite, and last one is Geronimo Creek. It's One Last Wish at 3/4 in 127 flat, so she was certainly stepping in the third quarter with a 27-3 split. One Last Wish back in second, Lions Frankie J. Off cover, here comes Talk Curdy to Me in her season debut qualifier, and she's charging on the outside. It is Talk Curdy to Me on the outside. One Last Wish still holding the lead. Up the rail, Lions Frankie J, and it's Talk Curdy to Me trying to get on by. One Last Wish looking to hold on. One Last Wish holds on from Talk Curdy to Me. Third was Lions Frankie J, and up for fourth was Oh a Legend in 155-1.